A few years ago, maybe about 15 years ago, I was going to the corner store. This corner store was in the hood where I lived, up the street from where I live, actually. In front of it, there used to be a lot of young dudes out there hustling, and whenever you get ready to go into the store, they would hold the door open for you and be like, hey, I got that good. Hey, I got that corn. Hey, I got that powder. I got them perks, whatever the case may be. I'd be like, nah, I'm good, bro. Go on in the store, get whatever I was going to get, smash out. On one particular night, I get up there, and there are a group of dudes in suits standing out in front of the 7-Eleven, right by the door. So I noticed that they were selling the Final Call newspapers. And anytime I see those guys, I always donate, They do some good work as far as getting brothers off the street, and they got a lot of other stuff that they do that I was like, cool, I'll support it. Ain't no big deal, ain't no thing. Now, came out of the store, since I gave this brother this $10, started having a conversation, and he invited me to come over to the mosque in South Dallas. Now, first of all, this is odd because if you're from Dallas, you know that normally you see the Nation of Islam in South Dallas. You typically don't see them in North Dallas, which is where I lived at the time. So I was like, all right, cool, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'll come through and check it out. Cool. So the day comes for me to go over to the mosque and check it out. It was going to be Minister Louis Farrakhan. They were kind of live streaming one of his speeches inside of the mosque. And I guess that they could invite people to the mosque that weren't in the nation. Cool. So I pull up to park at the mosque, and there's a line of brothers waiting to get inside of the mosque, and they're getting searched. So I'm like, that ain't no big thing. Like, I ain't strapped up or nothing. That's cool. I ain't tripping. So I go get in line. Older gentleman walks up to me, and he says, hey, how can I help you? I said, yeah, I was invited by brother such and such. He says, you look like a nation man. So, I mean, this is a good message that you guys put out, good message that y'all put out, and check it out. Oh, you look like a nation man. Oh, all right. So I get to the next guy that's right outside of a door, and he says, turn around, brother. So I turn around, spread your arms, brother. Spread my arms out. I lift your right foot up, brother. I lift my right foot up. Lift your left foot up, brother. I lift my left foot up. Stomp your feet, brother. I stomp my feet. And then he bangs on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody from the inside opens it up. And I go in. When I go in, you have to sign like a guest book. You have to put the guest book, you put your name, I think you put your phone number, you put who invited you, and then you go down this hallway so you can go into like the sanctuary part of the mosque. When I went down the hallway and got to like the sanctuary section, all of the sisters were sitting on one side, all the brothers were sitting on the opposite side, and they were filling in the chairs. So it wasn't open seating where you can go in and like pick your seat. They were like, hey, just fill in the aisles, It just so happened that I ended up being in the middle of the chairs where they were doing the seating at. Started to fill in, people kept filling in, and they preached like a short sermon to kind of get everybody riled up before they started to stream Minister Louis Farrakhan. Cool. Now, if anybody knows anything about the Nation of Islam started in the 1920s or 1930s by Wallace Fard Muhammad, and then Elijah Muhammad took over as a head of the nation. And then, of course, after Elijah Muhammad, then it was Louis Farrakhan. Elijah Muhammad had children, of course, but one of his sons is Ishmael Muhammad. And what I ultimately learned was Ishmael Muhammad is the one who was kind of riling everybody up right before Minister Louis Farrakhan started his speech and before they started to stream it inside of the mosque. They start streaming Minister Louis Farrakhan. He goes through, he does his speech, and it takes a couple of hours. He goes through it, and at the end of it, Brother Ishmael Muhammad then says, is there anybody who is new today? Go ahead and stand up. So myself and like 7 other brothers stand up, and everybody in the room is clapping. Now, keep in mind, we're the center of attention now. Everybody is looking, they're clapping and smiling and nodding their heads and stuff like that. And they say, is there anybody that believes what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has just spoke about? Everybody's clapping. I'm clapping. The other 7 brothers are clapping. Everybody in the room is clapping. They say, oh, okay. Since you agree with the word that the minister has just spoke, now would be the perfect time to join the nation. Go ahead, come on up, brother. Come on up. Yeah, it's all right. One brother goes up. Brother number 2 goes up. Brother number 3 goes up. And as they're going up, the clapping is getting louder and louder. Brother number 4 goes up. Number 5, number 6, number 7. And now I'm the only one standing there clapping. Oh, yeah, it's all right, brother. It's all right. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go on and come on up, brother. It's all right, brother. It's the perfect time. Today is the day, brother. Go ahead and come on up, brother.
I ain't joining the nation, bro.
Not that I got anything against it, but that ain't what I came here for. I came here to support and to listen. I stood there for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, clapping with everybody else, clapping for those brothers that went up. And I didn't go. Tell this story because it's so important for you to stand on what you believe in. And I wasn't always that way when I was younger. I probably would have went. I probably would have went up there and got myself in a situation where I'm joining an organization that I hadn't even done enough research about, or I don't have a legitimate reason for joining. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Get how the saying go. And that ain't nothing against the nation, but I knew that wasn't good timing for me. I had too much stuff going on at the time. Wasn't a good time to join the nation. Not for me. For those other brothers, kudos to them. You know, hopefully they've turned their lives around and they contributing in the best way they can. But for me, nah, bro. I'm good. And, you know, afterwards, after that day, I still kept in contact with the brother for a little bit, but we ended up falling off because the calls started to get excessive. I would get, you know, something Muhammad or something X or, you know, Abdullah, some whatever. I was like, bro, I got too much going on to really do any kind of extracurriculars or to really contribute anything to the nation. But I mean, I tell that story because if you don't have some steel ones, and if you can't stand 10 toes down for what it is that you believe in, then it's a lot of situations out here you can get yourself into where if you're not careful, then, you know, you can step into a situation where it really may not be the best for you. At least have a roadmap of where you're going and have an idea and a plan on how you're getting there, because if not, you can end up getting in the way somewhere else, or if not, you can end up getting yourself in a situation. And to this day, whenever I see brothers selling those final calls, I always stop and hand them a couple dollars, you know, have them $5 or $10, $20 or something, you know, just to at least support what they're doing. But as far as being a full-fledged member, I couldn't give them that. You know what I mean? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. And then, like I said, it's not what I went there for. I was basically going to support. That's my story on when I damn near joined the Nation of Islam, or almost got slid on into the Nation of Islam. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody you think will get something out of it. That's all I got for tonight. Big bro gonna catch up with y'all. Bet.